Started in 97, 98. Till that day I was still a hip-hop DJ, and I started to collect like Strictly Rhythm and all this kind of old school New York labels that I had on my hip-hop sets. And hip-hop became more and more a little bit, let's say, boring to me at this time. Not really good stuff came out at this time. The great 90s were over, and everything came with, let's do a 80 revival, or like puppy style, or I don't know. And that bores me a lot. So I was more and more into the dance music and more into electronic music, into house music especially. And yeah, I found my goal there, and I love the music, and I love the variation of the styles, and play with the styles, play with the sets, and this is what excited me a lot. Oh yeah, just had Cypress Hill in my room bumping.
No way. Nice.
Of course, hip-hop is, I'm hip-hop. It will be always a part of my life. It will be always with me, it will always follow me. I still collect the records, I still buy the albums. I'm not 100% into hip-hop, what means following what is hot, what is not, but I think I have a great overview and I can talk about it. And it's not the important thing. The important thing is if a Roots album or new Eric Badu or new Nas thing coming out, I buy it. I love it. I think the transformation was there without noticing it, but it came from one day to the other. And I remember exactly it was after a hip-hop gig, which was horrible, terrible for me. It was so boring. It was a big fight everywhere. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Enough for me. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people didn't take me serious, because in that time, in 99 or something, it was like, okay, who's that kid? Look how he looked like. Oh, he's talking. When people start, even after a good set, when people came to me and talked to me about music from early 90s, like Daniel Bell or all the Detroit guys, I had no clue about that, so I couldn't talk about it. So it was kind of difficult, but kind of funny. But a lot of people like Sven or Timo Maas or these people, I think they respected me in the way, okay, this is where you're coming from, and you are doing good music or playing good music by that time, and why not? There are people who respected the person they see, not where he's coming from or what he's doing. But there were quite a lot of people who were like laughing behind my back. It was also in the time when I was still a hip-hop DJ, and friends of mine already had the transformation into electronic music, or always been electronic, and they took me always to Ibiza. They're like, come on, it's a great island, you can party, you can have fun and everything. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Why not? I was crazy by that time, that's why I got my name Loco. And I was going out a lot, and then by friends, when I had my transformation and I started to play, I came to this club PC10, and Cirillo, who's still the resident, my brother, he was the man who said, okay, I hear some mixed CDs of you, I like the way you play, and I want to invite you to Circo Loco to play. And I came, I played on a Monday, and I had a fantastic time with him, and the owners came, and they're like, okay, do you think you can play the next week again, the next Monday? And it was like every Monday, on and on, okay, come next week, come next week. So I was already overdue my holiday. I was living in a friend's house, and it was a great time by this, and I became a resident. You know, if I say this now, it's going to be hard, but I think it's our fault. You know, we over-party too much. We didn't respect the island, we didn't respect the authority, we didn't respect the police. A lot of the club owners as well that didn't even try to find a solution how they bring the people after clubbing home or to an after hour. We had an after hour boom the last 3 years. I mean, everybody was dropping a party and everything. And of course, a small island like this, they're gonna say, hey, wait a minute, we have normal people living here. You can't go drunk over the street and behave like that. So I don't think this is gonna kill Ibiza, because I think underground or electronic music is strong enough. We are a strong community. We will find ways to overbridge that thing or to make it better happen, you know? But maybe it's good for Ibiza. You know, Ibiza always needs a new change, something new. Maybe it comes back to the nighttime, that the people go out more on the nighttime and not in the morning time. Hopefully the clubs will be full by 12, you know, and this is great, because it's so sad for young talents, young good DJs who don't have the chance to play at 4 or at 3, who has to play at 1 or at 12, that people come hear them and make them big. I love New York. New York is a city which always inspires me when I was there, and what can I say? I mean, I'm from hip-hop again. It is New York, and everything comes together that I had to go there and I had to record my album there. It was just a great time for me, and always when I'm in New York, and this is like the decision why I did it. Everything. I mean, New York is for me the gate of the world. You see all the colors, all the languages, all the cultures. It's a clash. Everything comes together in this city and lives together and find a solution how to understand each other. It's the connection that we have. I mean, all the ideas that I have for a Loco Dice track, he adapted to it exactly. It's difficult to explain somebody about instrumental music how you think the track must be. And especially me, coming from the hip-hop, I have another point of view. I'm not jamming. I have already a track or arrangement in my head, slightly information. And it's a huge connection between us. We are sitting in the studio, we start to produce the bass drum, to do this and that, and it just comes all together, and he understands me completely how I see the track, and he helps me a lot. He's not somebody who's dominating and say, okay, I'm on the computer, I have to do these things. No, it's a Loco Dice track and we produce it together. Why should I disturb a running system? It's great, and I'm having such a great time always. We are not just business partners in a label Dizzolot or production partners in Loco Dice or the Martin Butler stuff. He's my best friend.
I'll tell y'all a little story about this and that bullshit and blah blah.
Pimp Jackson is really Pimp Jackson. His name is Michael Jackson. No joke, his real name is Michael Jackson. He's a friend of ours, he's a hip-hop guy. I mean, he got two faces. He's Pimp Jackson, he's that kid from Brooklyn who's sitting in the deli and talk all that nonsense day in, day out. Oh, I got that girl, I got that girl, I got that girl, I got that girl. And on the other side, it's Michael Jackson, the real person. He's a great hip-hop artist, a great hip-hop producer, and a great person as well. So it's like...
How did you meet him?
We know him from a long time ago. He's a studio partner of us in Hanover, so he's actually not in Brooklyn.
Right, okay.
But we have this two type of characters. I mean, when we were sitting in the studio and we produced already the track in Brooklyn and everything, then when we went back to Brooklyn, we're like, okay, we have to put something hip-hop vocally over it. And we were sitting in the studio and I was looking at it and, yo, Jackson, and as you hear it on the track, it's one take, one freestyle session. I'm asking questions and he's just replying, and we left the take as it is.
Yeah, that's how we do, man. We straight underground in this bitch. Shit.
The best story I think was really which reminds me still to Black Truffles in the Snow, because we've been hardcore producing in the studio for like 3 days or something. We bought a lot of stuff from Fresh and Direct, the internet solution in New York, and we forgot the time. We were there producing, and it was storming and everything. And after that, we went out because we were like, okay, we have to get some fresh air, and everything was quiet outside. And we tried to open the door. It was so heavy because whole New York was full of snow. Full of snow. and it was white, the sun and everything, and this is like, for me, so magical an inspiration that we went back and we produced Black Truffles in the Snow.
Perfect.